guiding the whole mankind along the correct path. They can guide the whole mankind, not one section of people, for ages together. They can give an eternal guidance for the whole humanity. Towards what? Towards the real fulfillment of human birth. That is how India has been passing through. India has been guided by these great men. Therefore, not a single, untoward incidents has ever been caused by India in human history. No Indian has got any reason to be ashamed of. Rather, every Indian has got hundreds of reasons to stand erect, to walk erect, and be the recipient of all the pride that any human being can ever aspire for. No, not a single wrong thing has been done by India on a national scale. Here and there, stray cases of individual violations of dharmas might have taken place, but as a race, as a nation, as a religion, there is not a single occasion in the history of more than 20,000 years where anyone has got any reason to accuse towards us, pointing his finger, saying that we have done anything wrong. How and why? Even small countries, small races cannot conduct themselves properly. If electricity goes in one night, what will happen to America, we know. If only there is power cut, just for a few hours, what will happen in America? We all know that. Incidences are there in plenty. How at all a country of such a magnitude in all other respects of human glory could not put that element of ethical commitment, even the slightest degree, especially in the hour of trial? Have it failed? It is not that easy. It is easy to amass wealth. It is easy to have affluence in any measure that you want, but equal amount of cultural strength, it is extremely difficult to have. Here lies the glory and greatness of India. We achieved that cultural enrichment, cultural richness. So whatever it is, these Manu, the 4 sages and the 7 sages have been guiding the whole India for the past several thousands of years along the right path, and today we have seen the consequence of it. India has contributed remarkably for the welfare of the mankind. Whatever it is, what I mean to say is, so when God has created all the externalities like Akasha, Vayu, Agni and all that, no man has come, and now there is necessity for the Manu to create a new man inside the man that is already created, whereby he will become a new type of personality with a newer energy system, with newer capabilities, with newer capacities, so that he can do anything in life. And what is it that he has to do? Manu also has put the human goal as applicable for all the people, not only Indians, not only Hindus. He has also prescribed the human goal. What must be the goal of every man? Vishwamitra thought upon that long ago, and he invented a plan, and the plan is Gayathri mantra. What is that we should have and we can have as the goal before each and everyone? Vishwamitra says, Hindu philosophers and Hindu rishis says, nothing less than winning over the whole nature. This must be your goal. Nothing less than winning over the whole nature. You must win over the whole nature. That is your goal. And obviously, that must also constitute as the goal of all education systems in India. Your educational philosophy, your education in India must enable you, oh man, to put you in a stage whereby if you want, you can win over the whole nature. After all, winning over the whole nature is the ultimate goal of every Indian as it is put forth by our tradition, our culture. Nothing less than that. In Chandogya Upanishad, there was an assembly of students like how you all have assembled today here. And in Upanishads we can come across any number of such incidences. Many discussions, I have already told you, for 5,000 long years, the best and most brilliant brains of India retailed to forest, leaving aside their social pursuits, leaving aside their material pursuits, leaving aside their political pursuits. They never bothered about it. The whole country was obsessed with one thought. That was, is there a plan whereby every man can be rendered a superhuman? The whole country engaged itself in this wonderful search, and it paid its dividend for that intense effort that was put forth by the country at large, and that is so many things like the Gayathri mantra and all that. So in Chandogya Upanishad, in an assembly like this, the Guru is telling in no uncertain terms to all the students to always aim for high things in life. Yo vai bhuma tat sukham na alpe sukham asti. This is the statement that he makes. Yovai Bhuma. Bhuma in Sanskrit means limitless. Anything that is not limited by space, anything that is not limited by time, anything that is not limited by causation should be the one that you must aim at in your life. Nothing less than that. Oh my Shishyas, Yovai Bhuma Tat Sukham Na Alpe Sukham Asti. Never go after mediocres. Never go after mediocrities. Don't go after small things, because it is as good as not possessing them at all. By possessing them, it will never be possible for you to put an end on a permanent basis to all your deprivations, to all your miseries. It may sound a bit ridiculous, especially in an age when matter is everything and anything. In Mahabharata, we come across an instance where King Gayathri was the emperor of Hastinapura of those times. Gayathri belonged to the same dynasty to which Pandavas also belonged. Gayathri had every type of luxury and every type of bhoga, the sense gratification, every sense gratifications at its highest pitch was there at the disposal of Gayathri. Being the emperor of India, what is it that he could lack? Many people are there to carry out his orders at his beck and call. After all, what sort of impoverishment he will be having? It's quite not possible. So, obvious it is that Vyasa might have put it in a very clear terminology that Yayati had every type of sukha, bhoga, luxury at his disposal. But what happened to him? What happened to him? Somewhere around the age of 50, he comes to a conclusion, so beautifully put in Mahabharata. Najatu kama kamanam upabhogena shamyati havisha krishnavartmeva bhoyeva bhivartate. Most wonderful revelation. Gayathri comes to the conclusion, it is not possible for you to satisfy your sense thirst. You cannot satisfy your sense urges by providing opportunities for it to gratify itself. You cannot go for sense gratification and satisfy the inner cravings, the inner urges. It is as much as the same when you want to put out fire by putting clarified ghee into that. Can you put out fire but by putting ghee there? By putting ghee, can you put out fire? Similarly, it is not possible for satisfying one's own urges by going for sense gratification. So this is the thing. So therefore, here the Rishi in Chandogya Upanishad says, don't go for anything less. Go for something that is infinite. Yovai Bhuma. Anything that is limitless alone can give you the type of the satisfaction, the eternal satisfaction that you are seeking, nothing less than that. So, when the Rishis, for about 5,000 years, when they engaged themselves in the serious discovery, they came out with a fact, nothing less than winning over nature must be our aim. But how to win? Vishwamitra was the one who ultimately triumphed in this. He said, while winning the nature, we should win the constituents of this nature. This nature is made up of several components, several constituents. Or, instead of winning over the nature external, let us win over ourselves by bringing into existence, by bringing about a new type of man from the existing personality that will be possible for you to overcome the obstacles put forth by nature outside. You can win over nature because a new man is created inside. If at all you want to free yourself from the troubles created by the thorny paths in the forest, I had referred to this point quite in the beginning of my lecture. If you want to free yourself from the thorny path that you find in the forest when you are traversing in some forest area, it is not possible for you to clear off the whole forest from this menace. You can't remove all the weeds, all thorny bushes from the forest and create an atmosphere wherein you have no problem at all. Rather, you can wear a pair of shoes and see that this problem is subdued, that is overcome. On the same line, on the same argument, to win over the nature external, you create a new man. To creating a new man, what is needed is win over the constituents of the inner nature of man and bring into existence a new mind, a new body, whereby